Hi, and welcome back. I'm Susan Patang from the Quiet Zone Coaching, and today we're going to talk about 3 ways to become an irresistible date. I'm going to start the slideshow because it's more fun with the slides. There we go. No matter what your prior experience is, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, you can become an irresistible date. And I'm going to show you 3 secret ways to do that right now. And I promise you, if you do this, you will have awesome dates. Let's get started. Okay, have you ever been out with somebody and this happens? I know we've all been there, but really, most of the time it turns out that we have no idea what to say or we feel less than intelligent. And do you ever get like, I'm blathering away and this guy must think I'm an idiot? Okay. Or conversely, there's a super hot blonde sitting behind you. I mean, how do you keep your date's attention with that going on? So today, we're going to talk about the 3 secret ways to become an irresistible date. Even if you don't know what to say, or you're not as pretty as the other girls that are around, it's not about what you say or what you do. It's about being confident, being positive, and having a plan. So we are going to put that plan together for you right here, right now. By the way, if you should have questions about any of this material that you're about to see, you can reach out to me at www.thequietzonecoaching.com/services. On my services page, there's a link. You can pick up a perfect partner assessment. We'll answer all your questions, but we'll talk about that more later. The first step is to build your self-confidence. Okay, everybody says that. Build your self-confidence. How do we do that? Okay, remember this, first of all. Everybody is unique, and you want to pick out what makes you different. What are your strengths? What makes you different from everyone else? What are you the most proud of? What are those things about you that are very special? And a simple trick that you can use to boost your self-confidence is to use what I call a life mantra. I give these to all my clients, okay? The one for building self-confidence is, I'm a badass because, okay? So what are those wonderful things about you that we were just talking about? Are you a badass because you can play the piano? Are you a badass because you drive a truck? Are you a badass because you're an awesome mom? Okay? Or is it because you kick butt at work? Use that badass statement. I'm a badass because insert thing here. Use that as many times as you can during the day for the smallest of things. It doesn't have to be big, honking, wonderful achievements that you've made. For all the little wins that you have during the day, I'm a badass because I did my chores in record time. I'm a badass because I got that grass stain out of little Jimmy's pants. I'm a badass because I remembered to get milk on the way home. That's all. By using this life mantra, you're teaching your subconscious how awesome you really are. It is really easy and it is super effective. I promise you, use this for a week and see how much more confident you are. It works. The second way to become an irresistible date is to develop an attitude of gratitude and positivity. Listen to the way that you talk to your friends or talk to yourself. What is it that you say? Do you talk about how awful this is, or how much you hate your ex, or the bad haircut you got last week, or your horrible boss, or your stressful job? Or do you talk about how badly the kids behaved last weekend? Let's turn that around. Let's focus on the good stuff that happens every day. Psychologists call this reframing. Turn that negativity around. Find gratitude and positivity in all the little wins that you experience every day, in the same way that you just did for building your self-confidence. It's all about those little things. Those little things all add up into big things. And your subconscious can't argue with you because these are real things that are happening every day. It's not like you're trying to convince your subconscious that these things are true. They are, they're there, they're real. So the life mantra that you're going to use for this is, something good about this moment is. insert good thing here. So here are some examples. Something good about this moment is that the sun feels really good on my skin right now. Something good about this moment right now is that my shoes are really comfortable. Something good about right now is that I got through the supermarket line in record time. Now, I call the reason that we do this the new car factor. The last time you got a new car, didn't you suddenly notice all the other ones just like it on the road? Now, the jolly green giant of cars didn't just come down out of the sky and deposit all those cars on the road, right? The reason you notice them is that that model is now familiar to you, okay? So in the same way, other people notice things about you that are familiar to them. So whatever it is that you're sending out, what you're displaying to the world, for lack of a better word, I'm going to call them vibes. Okay, so the vibes that you send out are going to be seen and recognized by people, other people, and that's going to determine who is attracted to you. It's the same thing as the new cars on the road. Okay, so if you're sending out a vibe of desperation, negativity, hopelessness, or fear, anxiety, depression, we're going to attract either people who feel the same way because that's familiar to them, which creates codependent relationships, by the way. Or you're also going to attract psychic vampires, bullies, and abusers who recognize those traits and want to take advantage of you. And that's not something that you want to have happen, right? If we're showing signs of gratitude and positivity and peace and contentment, we're going to attract people to us who are familiar with those traits. So which would you rather have, the Rolls Royce or the junkyard junk, right? Make sense? Okay. So now when you get out on that date with this guy that you've attracted with your wonderful new positive attitude and your self-confidence, now you have to have something to say. And this can be a problem for a lot of people, even people who aren't self-conscious or have social anxiety. You know, you get out with somebody and it's important to you because now this is somebody that you're interested in and it's a better match for you. So you don't want to scare them away by not having the right things to say. So that's where we're going to turn you into a badass on a date. Okay, we're going to use reflective and active listening. You can be the most engaging person in the room by just using these two tools. And here's how it works. Okay. Reflective listening sounds like this. It seems like you really like this place. I'm hearing that you think this band is playing too long. It looks like you're uncomfortable in that tie. What you're doing is reflecting back what somebody else is saying or what you're observing about them, what you've noticed about them, or what they seem to be conveying to you. You're reflecting it back. So you're letting them know that you're paying attention to them and that you're hearing them. Okay. It is a validating method. It lets people know that you're listening. Very important. Okay. Now, what you can do to make yourself a brilliant conversationalist is to use active listening, which is just like reflective listening, only now what you do is you add in a question to get them talking. Okay. So that sounds like this. It sounds like you love your job. What's the best thing about it? Or you seem to be interested in dogs. What other kinds of pets do you have? Or what are you interested in? Or it feels like you must like a different kind of music if you don't like this band. What do you normally listen to? People love to talk about themselves. And when you show interest in what they're talking about or what they're interested in, it makes you seem brilliant. Okay. They're going to think you're just the most wonderful, compassionate person on the planet. Okay. And then what happens is they'll start asking you questions about you. And it makes it easier now to flow into talking about yourself, even if you're uncomfortable doing that, once you've already talked to them about the things that they're interested in. Okay, now we're going to have a little note here about awkward silences and the possibility of a faux pas. Okay, it is so much more fun to call out the gorilla in the room than to be uncomfortable because you either said something silly that you think is stupid or when there's an awkward silence and you don't know what to say. So call out the gorilla in the room. Don't be like, oops, ooh, uh-oh. Say so. Okay, call it out. Well, this is awkward. I have no idea what to talk about now. Do you have any ideas? Make a joke out of it. Okay. You can say, oh, wow, that sounded really stupid, didn't it? I don't know if I quite meant to say that, but I'm really having a good time on this date and I want to impress you. Be honest, make a joke out of it. Call out the gorilla in the room, and they will just think you are the most brilliant person for doing that. And you know what? Now that your self-confidence is built up, you'll be able to do that without feeling stupid about doing it. I know you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so these aren't the only secrets out there to being an irresistible date, okay? And also, how do you attract the perfect partner for yourself? Besides using the new car factor, there are a lot more things that you can do. And there may be other things that are holding you back, like healing from past relationships. You may have had a traumatic marriage. You might have had a traumatic ex somewhere in your past. So to learn more about how you can heal from those hurts and how you can discover other secrets to becoming an irresistible date, go to www.thequietzonecoaching.com/services. You will be able to pick up the perfect partner assessment. It's free. We'll meet together and talk about 3 reasons you're not finding the perfect partner and the number one thing that you can do right now to start finding him. That's all you have to do. It's free. I look forward to seeing you there. Have a wonderful, awesome, amazing day. Namaste. See you soon.